My hat! I'm going to do a really quick comparison between the Drift and the 2.0 as far as the components. What is similar, what is different, and most of it is very, very similar. Now, this is a BL2S 2.0. If you have a VXL, you have more parts in common. And let me explain. The tub is the exact same. So the tub is the same. So if you have a 2.0, you can turn it into a Drift, or if you have a Drift, you can turn it into a 2.0. I'm not sure you would want to do that, but pretty much you just swap the front end. But let me start with the rear part of the car. The rear part of the car is the same, except for springs. You're getting lighter springs on the Drift versus heavier springs on this one. But they both have the same little brake calipers and discs. Carriers are the same. The difference is you get the turnbuckles, which is what you would get on the VXL. That's why I said if you had the VXL, it would look more similar, but honestly, that's it. Mounting system for the body, it's 2 horizontal screws that go here in the back and then 1 vertical screw. That's the exact same thing as this one over here. So you have those 2 vertical screws and then 1 horizontal screw. So you can just swap these out. And that's it. So the rear, that's it. You get turnbuckles. This one doesn't. On the VXL you would. Lighter springs, heavier springs, mounting system. You're done. Now, the gearing. This one comes with a 72 spur. This one comes with a 70. They're interchangeable. So you could grab this one, put the 70 spur on in it. You could do the 62 tooth, I believe, Traxxas makes, and 55. It's actually very easy. So all you do is, if you haven't watched my takedown videos of the 2.0, it's the same information for this. So I'm probably not going to do a teardown video on this one because I already have a teardown video on this and it's the same thing. So I encourage you to watch that, but remove 1, 2, 3 screws. Once you remove these 3 screws and you remove the cover up here, which is just 4 screws, you would open this up. 1, 2, 3, 4. This pops up. I don't have to remove the motor. I don't know why I did that. But, you know, just hold the spur lightly and then just pull, and that's it. And you don't have to watch this entire video in case you forget. I have a video where that's all I do. I just show you how to do this. Line them up and then press in. Feel it click. Once it clicks or snaps in, you're good. Motor goes in there. And you want to tuck these screws in there. The cover's the same. They're interchangeable. So if you want to get an aluminum cover, such as this one, go for it. That's from Hot Racing. Or if you want to get the aluminum motor mount, go for it. I didn't look at the pinion. I'll look at the pinion later. But let's see. So now, the front end. This is where all the difference is. This brace is the same. Don't worry about the brace. Servo's the same. It's the 2075. This one does not come with a servo saver. 2.0 and the VXL does, so they do. The tubs are the exact same. So if you want to just swap out the entire front end, you remove 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 screws, remove the brace, and the reason why is you want to free up the steering bulkhead. That's the reason why. Remove the screw to free up the steering, and then you are just going to flip the car, and 1, 2, 3 screws. This whole thing slides out. Now this part here is actually the same. So you don't need to buy this. You would just remove this screw, this screw. So once you slide everything out, remove this screw, and then these screws right here for the front bumper, and then your suspension will come out. And then you can just swap everything on. So the front, the shock tower is about 5 millimeters taller than this one, but it's shorter. So this is a narrower. I don't remember how much narrower. So say that's about 4512. That's about 5512. So a whole centimeter wider on the 2.0, but half a centimeter shorter on the 2.0. So the drift is taller, narrower. And I was measuring from the top most outer holes, center to center. Well, I went to edge, which will give me center on the other edge. It's the same thing. But that is it. So now the diff cover. So for example, the diff cover, these are different. So unfortunately, even though I like the suspension, I was thinking, oh, maybe I'll swap the suspension into the 2.0. That's not going to work with these because this cover does not have the space to accommodate for the diff, as you can see the space, right? I would have to, at first I thought, oh, maybe I'd just mill out the hole and bearing will fit, but no, I would have to mill this entire part, then I'd have a gap. I would have an open diff, exposed diff, and I do not want that because the diff case on the 2.0, it's two pieces. The bottom piece is the same as this. This just has a different top piece, which is a cover, and it covers the holes on the sides as well, where you would have the output shafts. This one has different spindles. You also have different carriers. These carriers are actually pretty nice. I wish the 2.0 had something similar to this. The one thing I am going to mention is the following, and I'm going to mention it by doing this. All right, we're good. All right, see, it goes in and out. So they do rub a little. So I might have to take these wheels and then just sand the inside or do something. But let's see. All right, so if you have a 2.0 and you want to go into a drift, you're going to need the whole bulkhead. You can leave the servo saver if you want, or you want to get rid of it. Maybe you want to do an aluminum horn. You can do the aluminum gears. I have a kit here for the metal gears. They're brass. Most of them are brass. For the 2075. Let me remember which ones I have. Since we're here, and we're behind a bunch of stuff. So I have the 2072. Yeah, these would work. I don't remember if these are that high speed or the torque. I think these are the high speed. But anyway, these are some metal gears that you can get. I'll leave that there for now. You would need the entire steering because the geometry is really, really different. One of the things that you're going to notice is right here where the steering links go. This is actually really high. So it's high. And if you look at the chassis has a cutout here. And that's because on the 2.0, see the links are lower. I'm not sure. You can't really see based on the camera. But the steering links are lower here versus they're higher up here for the drift version. And that's one of the differences. But I think, yeah, the problem here would be the top arms. You wouldn't be able to get the top arms on, but you would be able to get the lower arms because it's the same pins. And then you could do these hub carriers and use, those links are a little short. If you got longer links, it would work. Wait, what's the difference between the size of the links? Now I'm sidetracking. I thought this was going to be a super short video. No, it's not. Let's see. I'm going to try to measure from the center of the screw to the edge of this one. So that's about 43. And I said center to edge. They're about the same. So these wheels are tucked in. Yeah, so these are tucked in on the top. And it is noticeable. So if you look at these over here, these are relatively straight. I don't remember if I have a degree to win. Maybe I have two. I think I do have two. These are really slanted. The camera probably can't pick them up, but they are really slanted. Again, drift car. So bulkhead, you want the adjustable links so you can make adjustments. Top arms, bottom arms, You would need that cover, and that's pretty much it, because the cover plugs the holes, and the mount, so the shock tower, you would need that. And then the bumper system. Now let's just say you have a 2.0 and you just want this mounting system because you want the new body. Oh, that's super easy. It's just one screw here, flip the car, well, you're gonna have to do all three. Do those, slide it off, and then over here, all three, because you're gonna be replacing this part as well. And then you just do the top and then slide this off and then slide this in, which I might do because I really like the body. This is a really cool body. So this is what the body looks like. So I got the green because I think it's cool. But this is the nicest Mustang body Traxxas has ever made. It's probably the nicest scale body Traxxas has ever made on a TC. And something that I found interesting is the way, so this top panel has these little ears that come down, and that's what reinforces the bumper, which is really nice. That's how you get this clean look versus the other body. I can't reach, I'm not gonna reach. Had a screw that went right through, right in here. So this is a much cleaner look. I wonder how much these bodies are. I'm not sure. The only thing I might be worried is if you decide to go wild and crazy and do speed runs with this thing and you crash, you're probably gonna destroy this. But beautiful body. But anyway, that being said, I won't elongate this video any longer than I have to, but I will count some teeth. I'm wondering if I remove it. Here, let me try removing this. Hopefully it has the number punched in or something. And we're looking at a 19, so it's a 19 pinion to a 72. But that's it in a nutshell. So they're still relatively the same car. It's just the front end really, and then the rear mounting clipping system and the springs on the shocks. But if you have a 2.0, you could go to a drift. If you have a drift, you could go to the 2.0. Something that you could do if you don't want to spend too much money, you might be able to get away with the steering bulkhead from the drift, and then just remove your front diff and dog bones and get a shock tower, get the springs, and call it a day. This being said, I hope this video was informative, or at least entertaining. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.
Oh, my hair! My tongue! My rod!